we have such an exciting workout. We have some new core stuff to do. We're just swinging your arms back and forth, stretch up tall through the crown of the head, swing your arms back and forth like you know what you're worth. Yes, it's sticking around, that one. I've been like dreaming about the workout at the end of this. Hang power, clean and jerk, and burpees, 30, 20, 10 of those. Just doing 30 burpees is a brutal challenge, unbroken. So, you know, keep all that in mind. But we have some fun new plank stuff. We have some fun new plank variants to work on here. I want to make sure our shoulders get nice and warm for those burpees and the other things. And we're just going to sort of get into it. We have 4 rounds of some movements to start us off. We're going to do these together, and we're going to do them relatively slowly, at least the first time through. We're going to start with side plank. Let's just go ahead and take it to that step touch wrist roll. I just want to make sure our wrists get a little action before we try to plank on them, because geez, it's a lot to ask your wrist at 6 a.m. I don't know, maybe you've been up for an hour doing wrist curls. Switch directions on the wrist roll. Nate? Up for an hour doing wrist curls? No? Yeah, oh yeah, thumbs up, double thumbs up. Strong thumbs up, I'm gonna say. Let's take this to a little push-pull. Push through the middle, pull on each end. Just getting things moving here. Nice. And why the heck not? Let's add that little hamstring curl on each end, maybe crouching just a little bit in that step. Yes, you're doing it. You're doing it. Sort of. You're sort of doing it. Do like Jen does. Watch, she's doing. Oh yeah, there you go. Joiners, always welcome. Oh, let's just do one more each side. Ooh, I'm gonna start a timer because we have 15 seconds of side plank as our first thing here. Everything else is kind of by the numbers, so get ready for some side plank. Elbow, hand, hip, knee, feet, it's all up to you. Side plank, butt tight, front tight, stretch out long, tailbone out through the top of the head. We're trying to squeeze in along a lengthened spine for 15 seconds, and we're breathing into that. If your knee is down, that foot should be straight back so you're not putting weird side pressure on the knee. Hey, look at that, 15 seconds went by pretty quickly. Let's hit the other side for about 15 seconds as well. Butt tight, front tight, lengthened spine, and then everything squeezing in around that shoulder away from the ear, more or less. Let's just call this 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're gonna get up. We're gonna get up, and then we're gonna get back down. Let's just do some squats, 10 squats. Take these relatively slowly. Remember to squeeze up at the top. Hold on to that. Imagine you're squeezing a grape in your navel, and you're trying not to drop that grape as you squat. So rather than tilting the pelvis forward, we're just sort of reaching back with the hips, but we're maintaining that activation through the front. Work your way towards your fuller depth squat. If you're not quite there yet, great. Stand that all the way up, and then we're gonna do butt kickers, 10 of these. I'm gonna call that just 5 per side. So this is just like a little refresher here. You're gonna be able to sprint these out later if you want to. Trying to keep the pelvis neutral. It can be tempting to allow the butt to sort of come back as you bring that heel back, but try to keep that pelvis tucked under so that we're opening through here as we reach the heels. Back to the hips, and we're gonna do 20 plank jacks. So plank can be elevated. You can do some tap outs instead of a full jack. So tapping out 20 times, 10 on each side is a good option. You could do these on your knees in plank with a tap out also. Trying to keep everything relatively still. If you don't have something nice to be elevated on, otherwise full out is a little hop out, little hop in. But we get to see this 4 times, so you might want to warm up to that faster, more dynamic movement. 20 of those, and then don't get up because we're going right back into side plank. Let's get it. 15 seconds of side plank here. You may remember that arm movement can add and subtract some difficulty, making this a little bit more dynamic. Hand at the hip is going to be sort of your hardest option, but you can sort of turn that difficulty up and down a little bit. Or 3, 2, 1, other side. Quick shift if you can. Let's say we're starting now. Yeah. Nice. Trying to turn some music on for myself. Yeah, it feels like a party now. Woo! Early bird fitness jams. 2, 1. Getting up for that squat. Let's add a little releve to this. So nice squat coming all the way up, oops, onto the balls of the feet. Squat, releve. If you want to take to the air, feel free. If you want to take this to an overhead reach at the top, also great. We're doing 10 of these. If you do a different number in the time that I do what I'm doing, great. 10 butt kickers. Keeping these slow and full range of motion is great. If you want to jog these out, they're going to go by really quickly. So both are good options. I like this quad lengthening, sort of slower variation, but you do you. You do you. And then right into 20 plank jacks. Hey, you need more on these? You can add a little hand tap out. You can do single hand tap outs. You can do double hand tap outs. Mission Impossible style or Spider-Man style or whatever. 20 total. And then don't get up because we are going right back into those side planks. Round 3 of 4. Up into your first side plank, go. Nice, nice. Lengthened tailbone out through the top of the head, butt tight, front tight. And other side. Into it quickly as you can. 15 seconds is not long, so we are trying for a lot of activation here, squeezing everything in so tight. 4, 3, 2, 1, up for jump squats or regular squats or squat with an overhead reach and some releve. Whatever you feel like is going to be best for you to warm up today. You're not going to put your head through a ceiling or anything. And then into those 10 butt kickers, again, faster or slower as you like. Yes, it is getting a bit warmer. 26 below in my hometown today. Oof, 26 below air temperature in Ely, Minnesota. That's fun. And back down for 20 plank jacks. Really focused on keeping that middle of the body brace up into the low back to avoid the low back sort of collapsing repeatedly as you put stress vertical, sort of this shear pressure on it. So doubling down on that tightness and lift and squeeze in through the middle of the body. Again, you could imagine that grape tucked away there if that doesn't gross you out. Oh, don't get up. Side plank. Sorry, you guys, I got lost. Got lost in the moment. Nice, looking good. Good lengthening, good stillness. Let's say 3, 2, 1, other side. Get into the position, squeeze tightly. Imagine yourself as a pencil. And then you have some shrink wrap over that pencil, and then you are applying a heat gun to it. Yeah, that's what you should feel like, a shrink wrapped pencil. I mean, you know, you got to use your imagination a little bit here. 3, 2, 1, 10 jump squats, regular squats, or squat releve. It's up to you. Nice. Into 10 butt kickers. And into our 20 plank jacks. Finish strong here. Beautiful, everyone, beautiful. Grab a quick sip of water when you're done with that. And we're gonna talk a little bit about this next piece. We have several movements that you've probably never seen before. We're only doing 2 rounds of this. Some of them get a little long, in that there are many reps. So we're gonna go through it all relatively slowly in the first round, but we're gonna do it all together. And then we'll do it one more time with fewer breaks and less talking. Whew, that warmed me up. So let's just get into it here. Some core stuff. We're gonna start with 30 each side, standing side leg lift with a wall. If you have a wall, great. If you don't have a wall, also great. You could use anything to balance on. What we're gonna try to do with this one is get ourselves slightly pivoted on one hip and then squeeze that heel up. So you can do this freestanding like this. It's just a little pulse there. Really making sure to keep that toe pointed forward or down a little bit. So we're doing 30 on one side. With the wall, will look like this. You're getting everything against the wall, and then that wall is going to support you, and you can actually keep some pressure into the wall with that heel as you pulse. It does not need to be a big range of motion. If you tip those toes up even the slightest bit, you're starting to engage hip flexors. We want to keep that toe pointed forward or even down to focus on the side and like upper and back butt area. So 30 of those pulses each side, bracing on the wall, back against the wall, or freestanding as you like. Y'all have been doing this for a little bit, so maybe you're done already. I'm gonna keep going here for a little bit, but we do get to see this again. Again, front of the body has to stay nice and strong, and that toe on the moving leg should point straight forward or even down just a little bit. If you did 30 already, do a couple more. Just hit maybe 10 more each side. Nice, those are looking great. Nice, Fiona. Good action. All right, nice. Next, we need a wall again, possibly. We are doing 20 supine pike wall crunches. So this could be legs up the wall. You could use anything though, really. If you can get your butt right into the wall, that's a little bit more. If you don't have a wall, you could be freestanding here. And we're just squeezing down through the middle of the body as we reach up for the toes. 20 of these, not too fast. We're gonna take our time, try for some really good activation. If you need to have your knees bent a little bit, probably not like this on a wall, but bent like this, and you're doing still a reach towards the toes in this bent knee position, that's a great option as well. Otherwise, legs straight up the wall, reaching up, but more importantly, squeezing down into the low back as you reach. On these in particular, it can be really easy to let the abdomen tent up away from the spine, but we want to squeeze down into the spine as we attempt to roll slightly up. I find chin tucked towards my chest supports my neck a little bit better in a way that feels good to me versus having like a turtle chin situation. But you know, it's up to you. Next up, we are doing a hollow body wall plank. So what that can look like is being out here, the closer my feet are, the easier this is going to be. But I'm going for that hollow body position. So tucked here, tailbone tucked, and I'm trying to get my head pushed right between my arms and holding this for 30 seconds. The further out I am, the more difficult this becomes. If you have a chair or something, you could do this there and try to reach out with your toes and then really squeeze into that long arch for 30 seconds. I'm gonna start the timer right now. Yeah, whatever sort of variation of that works for you. You could do some variation of this just on the floor. You can even be at knees here, and it'd just be like a plank, but walking out a little bit and really doubling down on that intention to draw the navel up towards the spine. That is halfway through the 30 seconds. Nice, everybody. Good options. You can try walking out a little further with your toes if you're like, this is easy, what are we doing? Or you can just double down on tucking the tailbone in, squeezing the abdomen up. Done. Done. Get out of there. Next, we're going back to the wall. You could do this on the floor as well. We're trying to keep the whole back flat. Knees can be bent a little bit, and we're doing wall slides. So this is where knuckles and elbows are sliding up the wall and then coming back to this sort of goalpost situation. So you could absolutely do this on the floor. Just tilt your screen 90 degrees for the floor demonstration. Just kidding. Don't actually do that. Nice. We're doing 20 of these, so this is a fairly slow movement. If you can't get your knuckles to the wall, no problem. Just work them towards the wall, but main thing is that the middle and lower back are pressed towards the wall as you slide up, slide down. You could, of course, if you didn't have a floor space that worked for you or a wall, you could do these, you know, on an imaginary wall, being as strict as you could. And most of us are not going to get to a full overhead position because our arms are going to come off the wall somewhat. So we're just pressing as far as we can go and maintain some contact with the elbows, shoulders, and possibly hands. Pretty hard to get straight up with this one. I'm going to say I'm at like 15 here with how much talking has been happening. So finish up wherever you're at from there. Nice, and then we're just gonna hit 30 seconds of plank. Any kind of plank you wanna do, knees, elbows, toes, hands, some combination thereof. On your marks, get set, go. Whatever variation you choose, shoulders should be drawn towards the floor, arching across the upper back, butt tight, front tight. If you're on toes, I recommend touching your big toes together. Heels don't necessarily have to touch together, but that will allow you to activate your glutes a little bit differently. Same with knees. If your knees are far apart, kind of turns the glutes off here. I think we just did more than 30 seconds. All right, let's go back to the top. Standing side leg lift with wall. So again, we are tilting around one hip at a time, squeezes up. If you want a bigger range of motion, you can have a bigger range of motion. Just make sure you stay really strict and that that toe doesn't start to point up. We want that toe to be pointed straight forward, much like an X-wing fighter. We don't want to be blasting all over space. We want to be straight forward. TIE fighters, just exploding in front of you. That's what everyone's visualizing right now, right? Nice. We are doing 30 per side. So this should get to feeling pretty long. Keep it smooth and controlled. If you start to get jerky with it, take a brief pause, reset. Nice, everybody. That's me, 30 on one side. There's only 60 burpees to look forward to, so no rush here.
Will we do any lifting weights?
Oh yeah, we're doing some lifting weights for sure. There's that to look forward to as well. medius should be smoldering, about to burst into flames here. Ooh, if you're curious what your glute medius is, it's that thing that's on fire in your butt region. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, going into our 20 supine wall crunches. Again, if you're counting those reps and you're taking your time and you need more time, go for it. We'll take some time after this. Take your time on these, squeezing down towards the floor as you reach up. I'm at 10. If you're way ahead of me, slow down a little bit. Take your time with these. Make each one count. Focus on that squeeze down. All right, getting somewhere for that hollow body wall plank. Again, the further out your toes are, the harder this will be, and you should have the feeling like you're pulling that wall down or pulling the floor down or pulling your back of your couch down into the floor. 30 seconds begins in 3, 2, 1. Big tuck of the tailbone under. 10 seconds in. Nice, everybody, looking good. Nice, Emily. Beautiful. Nice, Annie. Almost there. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wall slides. Goalpost. Front of the body really strong. Squeezing up. We're doing 20 of these. Take your time. Can use the floor. Can use a wall as you like. Stable core, elbows pressing into the wall should be your focus here. A lot of shoulder stability happening. I'm at 10 right now. If you're way ahead of that, maybe slow these down a little bit. Make each one count. Nice, Elizabeth. Good patience on these. Nice, Mark. Good position. Everyone else, can't see you. Looking good. Looking good, Jen. Oh, almost there. That is 20 for me. Ooh, burning in the shoulders. All right, 30 seconds of plank, and then we are going to stay down for a moment. So hit your 30 seconds of plank starting right now. When you're done with your plank, we're gonna lower all the way into prone, face down. We are halfway into this. Squeeze in tight, stretch long, tailbone out through the top of the head. Almost there. Last. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to what will be sort of the bottom of a burpee, bottom of your push-up. We want the elbows right over the wrists. You can walk your hands in or out a little bit. We're just gonna sort of roll side to side, pressing into one side and then the other here. Really getting the shoulders open in the front. Change your hand position a little bit as you need. Back a little bit, out a little bit. Play around with that. I want you to feel really nice and warm through the chest in front of the shoulder. Dropping into the bottom of a burpee without a lot of shoulder warm-up is a pretty good way to mess up your shoulder. So let's just make sure we're nice and warm through the front here. Again, change hand position a few times. Be ready for anything. And then we're gonna do some of those like warm-up push-ups. So similar to what you might do at the bottom of a burpee, It's just like a little baby cobra. Just do a little of that. If that feels good, you can think about coming up onto the knees. With a little bit of spine movement, we're trying not to really go nuts with the spine movement. We're trying to have it be somewhere between like a totally floppy worm and a strict push-up. And remember, every time you're going back down to the floor, those shoulder blades are squeezing together and your chest is opening. We don't want the shoulders to be collapsing towards the ears or forward on this. We want the shoulder blades to be squeezing together and opening through the chest, making room for everything to get down. Let's try a couple of those coming up into plank, dropping back down, coming up into plank. If you're just staying on your knees, great. If none of this is really working for you, also great. Finish up there, come back up into standing, and let's do a little time check. So we have 13 minutes time cap. So this might just be a 13-minute workout for you. We have 30, 20, 10 of hang, power, clean and jerk, and burpees. Let's talk about that hang, power, clean first. So you can do a single heavy weight. That's going to be a good option for people with kettlebells or a decently heavy witchmajigger dumbbell like I have here. But you could also do these with a sandbag. So you're going to pick your object up first, and then hang just means we're not taking it all the way back to the floor. We're going to some kind of dip. If you have a kettlebell and you want to do a swing variation, great, that's glorious. So hang is just this nice dip, keeping the spine really neutral, keeping that weight kind of in the area between the feet the whole time. So we're trying not to have that thing come way out front here, but rather dipping that thing straight down. Power means we're popping that up and we're not coming all the way into a squat. So power clean. Try that a few times with whatever you've got. If you need to sort of re-dip to get under it, great. For this workout, you can switch sides as often as you need. So if you're going to do sets, you might do like 5 on one side, 5 on another. If you have paired lighter dumbbells, like I see it having Annie, that's great. You can do both sides at the same time and just stick with that the whole time. That's great. So single, probably going between. And then we're going to add a jerk to this. So jerk is that dip. It's like a push press. And you might even practice some push press here, but then we're dipping back under. So the sequencing of all this can get a little bit tricky. Don't worry about it. If you've never done this before, just think dip, curl, dip, press, and do that a bunch of times. And your body will start to sort of get the feeling of what it might take to use a little bit more pop from the legs. And you'll just be getting a good workout with sort of some experience of what that might look like. But otherwise, we're dipping down, pop, catch with the legs, pop, catch with the legs, all the way up, catch with the legs, catch with the legs. And if you can get right back into those, great. But we want to make sure we're really using that slight hip bend, slight knee bend. Our knees are pressing out every time, so we're not collapsing our knees and banging them together ever, but rather we're keeping the chest pretty vertical as the knees press out just a little bit towards the pinky toes. Nice, Emily, good work with that sandbag. That's gonna add, those sandbags flopping around on you is gonna add something, and that's perfect. However you can grip that thing with a catch and an overhead is gonna be beautiful. So a lot of time to practice these. Take lighter weights, heavier weights, play around, mix it up. It's a lot of reps. So hopefully you're feeling pretty good about that. I'll just ask questions on that just before we get into it. You have some variation that you can do. That's really all that matters. All right, 13-minute time cap. Let's practice a couple burpees here. So your burpee today can be a big reach overhead, crouch, tap back, tap back. That is a fine burpee. Practice a few of whatever burpee you want to do. We can also take this down to the floor in a step out sprawl. And just doing this a few times before you start doing your burpees might be good. Warm up the back enough to get into this crouched hands on the floor situation. Going all the way down to the floor is of course an option. Jumping in, jumping at the top. These are all fine options. 30 burpees is a lot of freaking burpees. And then we're gonna do 20 and then 10. So it's 30 hang power clean and jerk, 30 burpees. 20 hang power clean and jerk, 20 burpees. 10 hang power clean and jerk, 10 burpees. No joke. 13 minutes of work. Take your time, break these up. Don't try to do 30 burpees unbroken. Have a strategy. Do 6 sets of 5 with like 3 breaths in between. Same with the hang power clean and jerk. If you're switching sides, pick a number that is going to feel reasonable to do. Take breaks. If you get to 20 and you're like, I'm good, baby, do 20 unbroken. Great. Don't kill yourself on the 30 and then just be dead for the like second and third sets. Sound like a plan? Crank your music up. 13 minutes is on the clock. This thing's going to count up. If you want to keep track of your time, great. Repeat this on your own in a month. See what happens if you're able to make some progress. Going in 10, 30 hang, power, clean, and jerk, followed by 30 burpees. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Yes, looking good, everybody. Take those little breaks when you need them. Bite-sized pieces of this work. Keep that core strong. Break early, break often. Keep your breaks short. Nice, Annie, good power. Nice, Kira, good speed. Nice, Sarah, looking strong. Way to stay strong through these movements, however you're approaching it. Nice, Mary. Looking good. Nice, Marit. Nice, Emily. Way to work that sandbag. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Let's do 30 burpees. Yeah. Yeah, it's 3 sets of 10. No biggie. Nice, Beth. Good movement, good pace. Modify as you need. If that floor, chest to floor variation is not going to work for you, mix it up. Reaches and sprawls, reaches and tap backs. Also a great place to be. Nice, Annie. Way to chip away at it. Nice, Nate. Way to keep grinding. Nice, Emily. Take those breaks. Ooh, nice, Sarah. Way to keep moving. Good, Mary. Good choices all around. Nice, Elizabeth. Nice, Beth. Yes. Couple breaths. Take it into manageable chunks. Controlled chaos. Beautiful, buddies. Hard to pick that weight up after those 30 burpees. Holy cow. Just do not want to go on, but you are doing it. Let's go, buddies. Nice, Jen. Beautiful. Good power. Good pulls. Yes, beautiful. Way to go, Annie. Way to keep cranking on it. Yes. Nice, Nate. Nice, Mart. Way to get into it. Stay on it. You got it. Nice, Jen. Beautiful. Beautiful movement, everyone. Yes, nice work, buddies. Take breaks as you need. Nice, Elizabeth. Way to keep cranking at it. Ooh, 720. Beautiful, everyone. Stay strong. Nice, Nate. Yes. Yes. Nice, Nate. Nice, Brian. Holy cow. Oh. Oh. Beautiful work, everyone. You got this. 4 minutes remaining. Choose your moments. Take breaks. Nice, Annie. Super strong on those burpees. Nice, Mary. Nice, strong positions for that clean and jerk. Nice, Kira. Nice work. Nice, Sarah. You're doing good work too. Might not be the work you want to do, but that's great. Yes, Emily. Way to keep at it. No incentive to finish here. If you work the longest, you win the workout. That's it. Nice, Elizabeth. Way to keep putting one burpee after one burpee. Nice, Beth. Nice work, Beth. Yes. Nice, Emily. Looking strong. Yes, Annie, way to get right into it. Those weights feel super duper heavy after those burpees. You got this. Woo! Nice, Elizabeth. Mark's doing some bonus reps, solidarity reps. Yes, nice, Sarah. Way to keep at it. I know you're there, Jen. You got it. Finish strong on those burpees. 2 minutes remaining. It's not about what can you do in 2 minutes. It's about what should you do in 2 minutes. Yes. Yes. Nice, Mary. Beautiful. Way to get right back into those burpees. Nice, Annie. Way to keep grinding. Woo! Nice, Emily. Way to come back after a break. Beautiful work, everyone. 1:20 here. Destruction comes before regrowth. You are in the thick of it. 50 seconds. Woo! Nice, Emily. Way to finish strong. Nice, Mary. Way to keep that movement going. Strong. Nice, Annie. Way to finish strong. You got it, buddies. Yes, Elizabeth. Way to get back to that weight. 30 seconds here. Woo. 20 seconds. Finish strong. If you're not on grid view, just know everyone is going nuts right now for you. Yes. Yes, Marit's doing solidarity burpees. Finish strong here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Yes! Oh, way to finish strong with those baby clean and jerks. My gosh. Holy moly. What's that? That was, I'm gonna both thank and curse Jerk for that one. Yes, if you have to go immediately, please feel free to sign out or unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Rosie.
My workout derailer. She's like, no, put them down. Play with me. It was angry. Were you angry?
Yeah, you can do some.
Okay to be angry.
some piggyback squats if you ever need a little.
I've never been so happy to get out of burpees though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, you guys.
Thank you.
Mobility for the day is open scorpion. You could do some of that now if you know what that is. But otherwise, like that was a really tough workout. These are probably pretty shot from some of that. Traps are going to be pretty shot. So try to move through your shoulders extensively once per hour today, at least. We don't want our muscles to get frozen in this wretched position, right? So open those up. If you have a device that can smash in here, you can lean this up against something, smash that. Try to hit some big shoulder movement once per hour because you're going to be recovering from this workout for a long time, at least the rest of the day. So there you go. Again, continue to sign off if you like. I'm going to shut the meeting down in just a minute.